Hello, Krysis X2 Light here, and if you're wondering why I'm miffed again this morning, soundbar issues, and this time it's the computer that's deciding when it wants to connect to the soundbar or not. First it was the TV, now it's the computer. Technology is not amazing. I'm sorry to the fat guy that walks around outside of the outside of the Pokemon research labs, the ones that are often run by the professors, but technology is not always amazing. Sometimes it's bad, really bad. So I'm sorry if I'm looking a little glum this morning. This technology can be kind of frustrating to deal with. I'll calm down during the course of the game as we play as Sisyrk. As I mentioned in the scrap recording, Sisyrk has arrived in Pastoria City before Krysis did. He got more time on his hands because he doesn't have to bother with the stores. So he's going to go check out the Pastoria City marsh, before he takes on the gym leader. He can do more training if he wants to, but right now the only thing on his mind is catching Pokemon. So with that, let's dive right in. Now he's gonna catch Pokemon his way, and I'm gonna show you more beta of Pokemon Diamond in the process. So let's dive right in. First, we're gonna look through the binoculars here. It's a pair of binoculars. Put 100 Poke in it. Sure. Every binocular costs 100 Poke, you're basically shelling out 300 Poke just to look around the marsh. And my camera is not even correct. There we go. So that's what we got. A Metagross, a Probopass, Porygon 2, Aggron, Licky Licky. And let's get the other one. Each of the binoculars has a different area to show. So let's see, we got Dialga, Clefable, Gastrodon, another Licky Licky hiding in the trees, Kecleon, and over here, let's see, Vanilla Krogunk, another Porygon 2, Vanilla Barboach, Combuskin, and another Porygon 2. That's 3 Porygon 2s. Okay. Let's talk to this person right here. No, this person tells you how to do the thing. Okay, normally you will have to pay in order to play the game here, right? But Sisyrk is gonna do things differently. Oh, we got stopped. I'm gonna say no here. There we go. Phase through the walls and go through the door. Now we just entered here totally free. This guy will give you an HM if you talk to him, but I'm gonna ignore him. Since we entered here completely free, we didn't pay our way in. Krysis will have to pay for her way in. Let's go looking for Pokemon our way. I'm gonna ignore all items that are on the field as well. Zubat's data was added to the PokeDex. Number 28, Zubat, Bat Pokemon. Poison Flying. Height 2 feet 07 inches, weighs 16.5 pounds. Even though it has no eyes, it can sense obstacles using ultrasonic waves it emits from its mouth. Yep, they're big users of the move Supersonic. Don't know what Confuse Ray fits in on their move pool, but they love Supersonic. So yeah, we can do whatever we want here now. We're not restricted. Spinnerack. I forgot to face my microphone toward me. It's kind of like facing elsewhere. Spinnerack's data was added to the PokeDex. Spinnerack, string spit Pokemon, bug poison, height 1 foot 08 inches, weight 18.7 pounds. It sets a trap by spinning a web with thin but strong silk. It waits motionlessly for prey to arrive. Fun fact about Spinnerack and Ariados, they're based on Black Widow spiders. Hence the patterns on their backsides. Spinnerack has muscles in its abdomen that it can use to twitch the face that's back there. You can see the face movement and action in the 3D Pokemon games, like in Pokemon Stadium 2 and in Pokemon Coliseum and XD. If you look at the backside of the Spinnerack, the face that it has there goes like this. And Ariados also has a face on its abdomen, but it faces the opposite direction, and it kind of looks like a like a penguin newt mouth. You know what I mean, right? You've seen the penguin me. Hey, Slugma. Too bad this Slugma doesn't have its vanilla abilities. I always love using Slugma for egg hatching. In fact, Slugma is one of my go-to Pokemon in Generation... Well, not Generation 2, but in Generation 4, the remake. What am I saying here? In the remakes. Because of its Flame Body ability. Slugma's data was added to the Pokedex. Slugma, Lava Pokemon, Fire. Height 2 feet 04 inches, weighs 77.2 pounds. Its body is made of magma. If it doesn't keep moving, its body will cool and harden. Fun fact, it can actually learn harden as a move. It hates itself. It's a self-hating Pokemon. This is an EC Gastrodon. What? We saw West Sea in the binoculars. Well, it doesn't matter which one you catch, they both share the same Pokedex entry. It's mainly a visual thing, like a visual aesthetic. But yeah, both West and EC Shellos are not different from each other at all. Not even the moves are different. They all have it's just a visual thing. Gastrodon's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 61, Gastrodon, Sea Slug Pokemon, Water Ground, height 2 feet 11 inches, weight 65.9 pounds. It has a pliable body without any bones. If any part of its body is torn off, it grows right back. That's pretty dark. That's a pretty dark Pokedex entry there. Okay, we're encountering the same Pokemon as we did before, so I'm going to go ahead and run from this Spinnerack. We're going to continue searching around though. Fun fact, since these Pokemon are decently high level, you can use... Oh, I guess we found one of the legendaries. Hi, Dialga. We're encountering you very early in the game, aren't we? I like the music, so I'll be quiet here. Okay, there we go. Let it play out. Dialga's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 149, Dialga, Temporal Pokemon, Steel Dragon, height 17 feet 09 inches, weight 1,505.8 pounds. That's a little. I think it's a little bit heavier than Snorlax by 500. I mean, Snorlax is a 1,000-pound Pokemon. Dialga here is 1.5 that, and 1.5k. Dialga, you heavy. You is a heavy dragon. It has the power to control time. It appears in Sinnoh region myths as an ancient deity. It's also one of my favorite Pokemon. No nicknaming of legendaries allowed. Sup, Compaskin? As I said in the beginning of this LP, Master Balls are only to be used on legendary and mythical Pokemon. Any other Pokemon will be called either Quick Balls or whatever Pokeball I have available to me. Compaskin's data was added to the Pokedex. Compaskin, young fowl Pokemon, firefighting, height 2 feet 11 inches, weight 43.0 pounds. I kinda stuttered. Its kicking mastery lets it loose 10 kicks per second. It emits sharp cries to intimidate foes. Too bad it can't have it intimidate for its ability. Claydol. We are gonna fill up our Pokedex today, aren't we? We're gonna spend a lot of time in the marsh today, just looking for Pokemon to catch. Okay, thanks for showing off your ability there, big guy. And speaking of big guys, during my live stream last night for Ocarina of Time, right before I finished it all, because I was getting close to the end of the time limit, I decided to go and finish up the big Goron side quest. Claydol's added to the Pokedex. Let me read this first and I'll finish what I'm talking about. Claydol. Claydol Pokemon. Ground Psychic. Height 4 feet 11 inches, weight 238.1 pounds. An ancient clay figurine that came to life as a Pokemon from exposure to a mysterious ray of light. So yeah, I decided to do the big Goron side quest last night for the before I ended off the stream, and I got the big Goron sword. Man, that was easier to do than when I was younger. When I was like what, in my late teens, early 20s, I tried to do the big Goron side quest, you know, where you have to deliver items within a set amount of time. I had such a hard time with that. I'm surprised I managed to do it much faster at my age. At the age I am now, I did it much faster, and I'm proud of myself for that. I am very much proud of myself for that. I got the big Goron sword. Yeah, we're gonna ruin Ganondorf's day. Also, that Pokemon we just called Claydol, it's based on a Mayan clay figurine. If you look it up online, I think it's an Aztec or Mayan, one of the two. It's a clay figurine. It kind of has a weird looking face to it. Oh, there's a fishing pond, right? Hey, Claydol, nice to see you again. There's a fishing pond right next to us. We can go fishing there. Not letting us escape. Let's go fishing. What is that? I pressed the A button. Like that wavy thing. Chimecho. We fished up a Chimecho. We already have one. I think I used too strong of a rod though. So Chimecho's level 36. And we can't run from it. Oh good. Oh good lord. It won't let us run! Hack! We're in trouble! I'm speeding this up because we're about to lose. Gotta take it down fast! Okay, too strong of a fishing rod. I just want to. I never used a super rod here in the Great Marsh, even after I would get it in the vanilla game, because I would never come back here. So I wanted to see what would happen if we use the super rod in this place, and apparently you can find extremely high level Pokemon here with it. Good to know. Because fun fact, CRB.net doesn't have information for high level Pokemon that can be fished up here, because I don't think he ever did it himself. You guys can contact CRB Joe if you'd like to ask him if he ever came back to the Great Marsh Safari with a super rod. And I'm pretty sure he'll tell you guys. I never bothered going back. He could explain why he doesn't have data for this area for level 30 plus Pokemon. So yeah, he was got rocked by a Chimecho. Mischievous data was added to the Pokedex. Number 72, Mischievous, Screech Pokemon, Ghost. Height 2 feet 04 inches, weight 2.2 pounds. It loves to sneak up on people late at night, then startle them with a shriek-like cry. It's basically a jump scare. Another Mischievous, we're gonna run from this one. Fished up a Gliscor. Gliscor here is the evolved form of the Pokemon Gligar. I almost forgot what it's called. Whoops, we don't fight it. Gliscor is actually a pretty good Pokemon. It showed up in the anime as one of Ash's evolved Pokemon. I liked its design, by the way. It looks like it's a hybrid between a vampire bat and a scorpion. You know? I really love that design. They went hard with that design. Especially in the 3D games, in the Pokemon Battle Revolution game, when you use it there, it looks really awesome in there as well. Consider the fact that it just kind of hovers in place without flapping its wings. Yeah, it's a really great looking Pokemon. I love its design. I'm one who likes designs of dragons and demons and vampires and stuff. So yeah, I'm not always all about the pretty unicorns and stuff. I kind of like my dragons too, and my vampires. Gliscor's data was added to the Pokedex. Gliscor, Fang Scorp Pokemon, ground flying, height 6 feet 07 inches, weight 93.7 pounds. It observes prey while hanging inverted from branches. When the chance presents itself, it swoops. Armaldo. Armaldo's data was added to the Pokedex. Armaldo, plate Pokemon, rock bug, height 4 feet 11 inches, weigh 150.4 pounds. It went ashore after evolving. Its entire body is clad in a sturdy armor. Another compass kit. Let's go ahead and run from this one if we can. Okay. Oh, we found the deep part. Up again. Krabby. I already caught a Krabby, so we can just run from this guy. Come on. Igglybuff. Igglybuff is one of those baby Pokemon that needs friendship to evolve, so yeah, we're not gonna bother with that. I like Igglybuff's Pokedex entries, though. Most of them reference the fact that this little ball of rubber will start bouncing and never stop bouncing. Igglybuff's data was added to the Pokedex. Igglybuff, balloon Pokemon, normal, height 1 foot, weight 2.2 pounds. It has a soft and bouncy body. Once it starts bouncing, it becomes impossible to stop. Can you just imagine this little Pokemon, you know, getting pinched and then someone pulling on its rubbery body, letting go, and watching it just skyrocket someplace and then start bouncing around the grounds and stuff? Put this Pokemon in a rubber room. Put an Igglybuff in a rubber room and just let it fly. And yes, I know what I'm talking about when I say rubber room, but I'm talking about a different rubber room, so. I wonder what my reaction would be if I encountered a shiny Pokemon during this randomizer. Because I will admit to you guys, the only cheats that I used were for the items and Pokeballs. That's it. Items, money, and Pokeballs. That's it. I didn't use no shiny codes. So, yeah, I'm telling you guys right now, no shiny codes. So I want my shinies to be chance encounters. Zatu's data was added to the Pokedex. Xatu, Mystic Pokemon, Psychic Flying, height 4 feet 11 inches, weigh 33.1 pounds. This odd Pokemon can see both the past and the future. It eyes the sun's movement all day. Kind of funny that you would encounter a Pokemon themed around time when we already encountered a Pokemon themed around time. That's a nice little thing. Let's see what else we can find. We got plenty of time to do this, so. Monferno! Went from one firefighting to another firefighting. I can name a lot of Pokemon off the top of my head, but not every single Pokemon, so don't count on me to name 1,000 Pokemon. I'm gonna be looking up a guide for that one. I'm gonna be looking up books and stuff for other names of 1,000 Pokemon. Monferno's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 5, Monferno, playful Pokemon, firefighting, height 2 feet 11 inches, weigh 48.5 pounds. To intimidate attackers, it stretches the fire on its tail to make itself appear bigger. My eyes itchy. Hang on, let me put my glasses, my controller down a minute. Here we go. Hypno. We already caught one. I kind of forgot which was my speed up button. Let me run. Ambipom. Fine, we'll catch an Ambipom. I just don't like its appearance. Such a creepy little monkey. It's not a cop-out that I'm using quick balls, by the way. Because quick balls, yeah, they're supposed to catch Pokemon 90% of the time at the start of battles. So, I say 90% of the time because the other 10% it fails. Ambipom's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 64, Ambipom. Long tail Pokemon. Normal. Height 3 feet 11 inches, weight 44.8 pounds. To eat, it definitely shucks nuts with its two tails. It rarely uses its arms now. Please do not make jokes about the shucks nuts. Do not make jokes about that. I do not condone the jokes on my channel. This channel is family friendly. Keep the jokes to yourself. Remoraid. Already got one. Run! Run from the fishy! Run from the fishy! Go away, you creepy monkey. Creepy monkey. Ooh, Leafeon. Yeah, this we already have a Leafeon with Krysis, so I'm gonna skip the Pokedex for Leafeon here. Can hear my mom waddling around. You know what? I don't think we can run from this Pokemon, right? We got punched out. Where is my revive? Is that at the bottom of the list here? We got punched out by a Firebird. Oops. That's just to make up for the fact that we got punched out by a hole we took out a Glaceon. I mean, Leafeon. Stop double kicking me with your stab. Oh, Dialga again? Yep. Dragon versus dragon. Who's gonna well, a dragon versus dragon? Which one's gonna win? A dragon. Hold on. Stop the fast forward. Something special is gonna happen. And no, it's not Rayquaza learning Thief. We're finally getting an evolution on our starter Pokemon. It was worth knocking out that Dialga. Our Dratini has evolved into a Dragonair. Fun fact about Dragonair. In the anime, and only in the anime, has a Dragonair been seen flying. But never in the vanilla games can a Dragonair learn the move Fly or Bounce. A Dragonair made a debut in a scrapped episode from the Generation 1 Pokemon anime arc where Ash had caught all those Tauros. The episode was cut due to Pew Pews being shown in the episode and being aimed at people, so that's why it got cut. It was because of the Pew Pews. So it was also the one and only time we got to see a Dragonair using a Dragonair flying in the air, because they fly using the wings on their heads. But never in the vanilla games has Dragonair been able to use the move Fly, which makes the air in its name a useless thing. But hey, we got ourselves an evolved Pokemon now, so there's that. With Dratini now with Dratini now becoming a Dragonair, it's much bigger, much stronger, and its ability changed. Now it has Unburden. Raises speed if a held item is used. So because it's holding a lucky egg, technically it's using that item all the time. So that speed stat, that 50 base speed, it goes up every turn during battle. So long as it's holding that lucky egg, it'll always be fast. We're not that far off from Final Evolution on our Pokemon, huh? This is the lower area? Yeah. Ah, another legendary. Hi, Darkrai. You come to give us nightmares? And because I like the music, I'm going to stay quiet and let the music play out again. Fun fact about this music. It's actually the inverted legendary Pokemon theme in this game. The only time you ever hear this music is when you're encountering Pokemon like Darkrai or Giratina. But if you encounter legendary Pokemon like Dialga or Palkia, you don't hear this song. You hear the verted song. This is the inverted variation. We're gonna end our safaris now. It's 36 minutes into the video. We spent a lot of time in its area, didn't we? Darkrai's data was added to the PokeDex. Darkrai, pitch black Pokemon. Dark. Height 4 feet 11 inches, weight 111.3 pounds. It can lull people to sleep and make them dream. It is active during nights of the new moon. Hint about the island you can find it on. Hint. And only with a certain event item. Fun fact about Darkrai. It's spookily based on everyone's favorite horror movie icon, Freddy Krueger. I mean, some people notwithstanding, because I don't like horror movies myself. I'm just saying. I do like the NES game Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a pretty fun game. Too bad Nintendo took out my custom-made level that I made in Mario Maker, themed around that game. There we go. Proper exit there. Yeah, I had to trigger that flag because if I tried to leave without triggering that flag, I think the game would have crashed. So yeah, we caught a good boatload of Pokemon. Whoops, didn't we? That's the first time I went to the PC. So we're gonna look at the Pokemon we caught before we call it an episode. And boy, do we have a lot of Pokemon. Let's start with Zubat. You have an impish nature, highly curious, like sour food. Flash Fire for its ability, with the moves Mud Shot, Grudge, Flash, and Bite. Ooh, you have an HM there. You're holding TM40. You can hold on to that a little bit longer. You have a serious nature, strong-willed, happily eats anything. Water Absorb for your ability, with the moves Dynamic Punch, Crab Hammer, Close Combat, and Nature Power. Wow, you really do not like people. You have a relaxed nature, proud of its power, like sour food. Thick Fat. That's a really weird ability for you to have. I don't see nothing fat about you inside your head. With the moves Needle Arm, Clamp, Dragon Rush, and Magnet Rise. You have a relaxed nature, alert to sounds like sour food. Hydration. Heal status problems if it is raining. That's a nice ability to have, actually. Really useful to save you on healing items. You have Assurance, Payback, Magic Coat, and Shadow Force. You have a lonely nature. Oh, this Dialga's lonely. Don't worry, you have plenty of friends now. A little quick-tempered, like spicy food. Flower Gift. Powers up party Pokemon when it is sunny. That's a bad ability. Razor Leaf, Poison Jab, Torment, and Psych Up. Yeah, you'll never learn your trademark move, by the way, in this randomizer. You have a naughty nature, impetuous and silly like spicy food. Spicy chicken like spicy food. Sandveil for your ability, with the moves Ice Punch, Sand Attack, Cross Poison, and Encore. You have a bashful nature, often lost in thought, happily eats anything. Pressure for your ability, we saw that kick in, with Steel Wing, Hail, Minimize, and Bug Bite. Not a bad moveset. You're holding a Mind Plate, and you have an adamant nature. Ooh, I love that. I love that nature. Proud of its power, like spicy food. Immunity for your ability prevents the Pokemon from getting poisoned. That's usually the ability of the Pokemon Zangoose. Because, you know, Zangoose and Seviper rival each other. You know, Close Combat, Assurance, Horn Attack, and Quick Attack. You have a hasty nature, quick-tempered, like sweet food. Rivalry for your ability. That's a really nice one. Raises attack if the foe is of the same gender. Yeah. That means that this thing's attack power will skyrocket if it's fighting Pokemon that are also boys. You know, Bullet Seed, Grass Whistle, Dragon Claw, and Dark Void. What does that do again? The foe is dragged into a world of total darkness that puts it to sleep. How fitting for a vampiric scorpion. You have an impish nature, hates to lose like sour food. And you have bad dreams for your ability, so you and Gliscor will be really great partner Pokemon. Reduces a sleeping foe's HP. Yeah, Armaldo and Gliscor will be perfect team Pokemon. One can use Dark Void while the other's ability will just kick in every turn. What you know, Steel Wing, Power Trick, Double Hit, and Thief. You have a serious nature, Likes to thrash about, happily eats anything. With stench for your ability. You're a stinky Pokemon. You have Minimize, Toxic Spikes, Curse, and Seed Flare. You have a bashful nature, good perseverance, happily eats anything. You have Shell Armor for your ability, with the moves Gust, Stab Gust, Haze, Memento, and Hydro Cannon. You have a gentle nature, proud of its power, likes bitter food. You have pickup for your abilities, so you can be used to pick up items. Cool. You have Reflect, Stab, Double Kick, Leaf Storm, and Sky Attack. You, my annoying looking Pokemon, have a bold nature, good perseverance, likes sour food. You have Leaf Guard for your ability, prevent status problems in sunny weather. With Lava Plume, Zen Headbutt, Dragon Pulse, and Pin Missile. Well, we know about you, but you're higher level than the Leafeon we have with Krysis, so... Mild nature, somewhat vain, likes dry food. Oh my cookies came up. Anyway, sorry about that. You have Rivalry for your ability, with the moves Drill Peck, Aromatherapy, Helping Hand, and Aura Sphere. You're holding a TM51. You also have a lonely nature. Alert to sounds like spicy food. Water Absorb for your ability, with the moves Spore, Ice Punch, Quick Attack, and Rock Polish. And you're the last Pokemon. So we're gonna go here and pick up these items. I'll take that, and take that. So we caught a good chunk of Pokemon today's Great Marsh. No gym today, sorry. Maybe next time. But we did get an evolution as well, so there's that. So with that, thank you all for watching. Sorry about the surliness I had this morning. Like I said, I was having technology issues, so you know, hopefully that will be a thing that will stop happening eventually. And I'll see you guys in the next part where Krysis pays to play the Safari Marsh game before she goes off the train and take on the gym. So take care of yourselves. Wow, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, remember to like, subscribe, and comment on the videos. I'm sorry for the train wreck outro, but I actually forgot my thing there. I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Much love from Krysis X2 Light. Take care. Bye bye.